TAMIYA 148 scale HE162, and as you can see, it's completed, and as I've already said that, I didn't go for the kit one in the end. I got some decals, and I'll just get the decal sheet out for you. I should have this out earlier. And it's an Aero Master sheet. I don't know if it's going to zoom in on it. There you go. That's the sheet I got. And in the sheet came a Major, I think his name's Major Ernest Zober, and there it is there. That's the one there, and you can see the badge is tilted, and that is evidently exactly correct for this particular plane. But I have seen one on the internet that shows him having white fore with more green instead of the brown, but evidently they've said that this was the official camouflage, and so he must have had two aircraft. Now you can see the screen is down. That actually lifts up, and it stands upright perfectly, so that's okay. And there was a few more decals with this that I put on, and so I'm quite pleased with it. So if I come round, you see it's green on the wing, top one's green on his top on it, sorry about that. And it's actually brown on that side, brown on that wing, and green, so it is there. I put some heat on the actual jet there, so it looks as it's actually flown a little bit as well, so that's okay. These decals are very thin compared to the TAMIYA ones and all, which just does particularly help quite a bit. So come back round, and I will lift it up. I don't want to, no I won't, because that comes off unless it's actually secure. So if I might be able to lift it up. In fact, I'll lift it up and then come back in a second. So see you in a couple of seconds. And we're back, as you can see, and that is exact. That's, if you don't glue the canopy, you can actually have it in that position as well, which is really good. So I will have it closed. Obviously, it would be in my modelling cabinet anyway, and just keep it nice and snug down on over the cockpit. But I'm really pleased how she's come out, and I don't know if it's going to make any difference. A bit of an angle, but I think I may come in and do some chipping later on with a sponge or with a very fine paintbrush. I've got a bit that's around the cockpit here, and that was a bit of a mistake. Basically, I touched as I come and had to put the canopy on. I used white glue to hold the canopy on, and in there I used TAMIYA extra thin because of the fact there's so much of a gap between the plastic and the actual frame. It allowed that to go on perfectly, but otherwise it would have been re-glued back on with canopy glue. But yeah, so this is two decals, believe it or not. One goes over the other, and I was really lucky. I got the first one on, and I let it settle a bit, and then I put the other one straight on there not long afterwards, and basically after a slight move, and it was over the top, and I thought, leave it alone. And I used the Microsol red one again to do it, and it's really good. And yeah, pleased with the way it's come out. So this is the game. I've got to think about what build I'm going to do next. I'm not sure. That there's a science fiction one I'd like to do, and so it's something different. And there's also another plane, but I'd have to. I would change countries now. I've done the Messerschmitt 262, and I've now done the HE162, which is another TAMIYA kit, both for TAMIYA kits. So now I think I want to do something slightly different, even if it's an aircraft in a different nation. Most probably be British, to be quite honest. I have got a Mosquito with the glazed nose, the bomber version, and that was the Pathfinder version as well, I believe, with a canopy, so it was a Pathfinder version as well. So anyway, so I'm just going to come out of this now, back in a sec. And there she is from above. The decals went on really well, and then I gave a clear. I used RMP paints for this because I like them because they're thin. It takes a bit of time to build it up, but it's still worth the wait. And you can see, I mean, you might be able to see the actual the streaks in the green, where it's like those paints a bit thin, and it's actually showing the body colour coming through. So I'm quite pleased with that. And then I used the actual paint, which I've just sent off for another 3 bottles. I do like that. It's called Semi-Matte from RMP, and I like that because it's not gloss, but it's a matte version, which gives it a sort of a sheen. It must probably be good for armoured vehicles and all, but I will try that on my next one actually, the Storm Tiger, which I'm actually going to be starting Tuesday. So there, I know Greg is actually moving on nicely with his. He's actually got a rail car to put it on, and so he's got that extra bit to build and paint before he starts his Storm Tiger. Then he's going to put that around on the rail base as well, which he's doing, just a base with a bit of track on to make it give it a sort of a diorama look to it as well. So anyway, so this is my completed kit of this particular thing. I really like it. I mean, it could do with a few little chips, but I can do that some other time. But I really do like it as it is anyway. So there you go. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. And I'll most probably in my next video with the updated Storm Timer, I might even put another video of my next build. I call it my go-between build. So if Greg doesn't finish before I do, when at the same time as I do, and I've got a bit of time, I will go into another build, and that's what I'm going to do. So anyway, so happy modelling to everyone, and thank you very much for all my subscribers and everyone that comments. I hope I get to all the comments. I sometimes don't, but I'll get there. Sorry about that. An unknown number come up my phone. I don't like answering them. Anyway, so sorry about that, and I'll catch you on the next one. Happy modelling.